Imagine for a moment that consistently hitting your sales targets, cultivating a thriving team, and securing sustainable growth wasn't just about, market conditions or sheer individual effort. What if it was a science? A meticulously crafted process, really, with predictable, repeatable results. That's the powerful idea we're unpacking today. Welcome to the deep dive. Our journey into this concept starts with a really intriguing piece by Nathan Davis called Unlocking the Science of Getting Rich, featured over on the Sales Experts. Now, don't let the title throw you. I mean, yes, it talks about personal wealth, but its core principles, especially when you update them for today's market, they offer profound, actionable insights. Insights directly applicable to achieving serious sales success and building those high-performing teams. So our mission here in this deep dive is pretty straightforward. Pull out maybe 2, 3 core actionable insights from this guide that you as sales leaders, hire managers, executives can actually apply immediately. We're looking to help you cultivate that mindset of abundance, boost team performance, and really hit your strategic objectives. And okay, to make this concrete, let's think about a hypothetical company. Say a mid-sized SaaS firm, maybe Innovate Tech, great product, right? But their sales results are, well, all over the place. Some quarters are amazing, others not so much. And the sales culture, sometimes it feels less like a team, more like individuals just scrambling. We'll explore how these principles could genuinely transform Innovate Tech's situation, and maybe yours too. So let's get into it.
Absolutely. And what's really foundational here, as the source makes clear, is this shift in perspective. It literally says wealth creation isn't luck. It's a science, a replicable process, like math or physics. If you act in a certain way, results follow. That hits home for sales, doesn't it?
It really does.
It means consistent sales success isn't random. It can be engineered. It suggests every sales leader can find and implement that certain way for their team.
I like that framing engineering success. It makes you think. If consistency is the goal, where does it start? The source argues it begins, well, in the mind. Thought is the first step, it says. Everything kicks off with a clear mental image. It even warns vague desires create vague outcomes. So for you sales leaders, it's not just about having goals, it's about precision. Like for our Innovate Tech example, instead of just increased sales, it's visualizing, say, closing 10 specific enterprise deals over $1 ARR each in Midwest healthcare tech, engaging VPs via this sequence within 90 days. That detailed.
Exactly. That level of detail becomes the blueprint. North Star, as you put it. It's incredibly powerful. But how do leaders actually embed that kind of clarity across a team, without it feeling like just another top-down mandate?
Yeah.
Getting everyone truly bought in, internalizing that vision. That's the trick, isn't it?
That's a really critical point. It's definitely not just dictating. It's more about co-creation and constant reinforcement, I think. For Innovate Tech, leadership wouldn't just announce targets. They'd paint the picture vividly, maybe share detailed case studies of that ideal client, have successful customers talk to the team, or even run workshops where reps visualize their own perfect deal cycle. It's about making that future feel real, tangible. When the source talks about visualizing the house, the job for Innovate Tech, it's visualizing the client's journey, the team collaboration, the impact. That clear mental image is what really sparks the creative engine for achieving sales success.
And connecting this to the bigger picture, the source brings up the right to be rich. Now, this is about greed. It frames wanting prosperity, or for us, robust sales success and growth as natural. Essential even for the business and its people to fully express their potential. For Innovate Tech, hitting those targets isn't just profit. It fuels innovation, creates opportunities, lets them deliver more value. Strong sales are the engine for flourishing, really.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting for actually motivating a sales team, I think. Beyond just the numbers, the source talks about faith plus purpose is power. You need that unwavering faith combined with purposeful action to manifest results in sales. That means genuinely believing in your product Innovate Tech solution, for instance, believing in the team's ability to solve problems and in the strategy itself. Then acting with intention daily towards that clear vision, not just going through the motions, that conviction. That's what turns effort into real results.
That conviction piece is vital. And it leads right into another powerful concept. Gratitude aligns you with abundance. This is huge for sales leadership. Think about Innovate Tech's team. Instead of fixating on lost deals or tough competition, a grateful mindset focuses them on what is working. The wins, the positive feedback, the team's strengths. This alignment, the source suggests, actually attracts more of what you appreciate. I knew a VP who started every single team meeting highlighting a win of the week, no matter how small.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it sounded simple, but it completely shifted the team's energy. They started celebrating the journey, not just chasing the next commission check. It built this positive feedback loop,
Yeah.
opens the door to creative power.
That's a great example. And it ties into another, perhaps more counterintuitive point. Get out of the competitive mindset.
Hmm.
The source is pretty bold here. It says you don't need to take from others. The universe or the market is abundant. Now, for sales leaders at Innovate Tech, this doesn't mean ignore competitors, obviously, but it's about shifting the energy, moving from just beating the rival to creating such compelling value that the competition almost becomes irrelevant.
That is a really advanced strategic concept. It pushes Innovatech's team to see themselves not just as fighters for market share, but as creators. Creators who enrich clients, leading to mutual growth. It makes you question things like commission structures. Do they reward collaboration or internal rivalry? And coaching, are we pushing reps just to differentiate or to genuinely innovate with the client?
Exactly. It's about creating your own space.
It redefines market leadership, moving beyond just head-to-head battles.
Right. Being a creator of value, not just a conqueror. Okay, so let's talk execution. Bridging mindset to action. The guide pushes us to act now and fully. Don't wait for perfection. Don't get stuck overthinking. Do what you can today, but do it with excellence and confidence. Every small, right action builds momentum. That's the daily rhythm for sustained sales success, isn't it? Consistent, high-quality effort from everyone. For Innovate Tech, it's the perfect follow-up call, the insightful discovery question, the tailored proposal every single time.
And this brings up a crucial question. What is excellence in sales today? The source offers a really vital principle here, giving more in use value. In every single exchange, give more in actual value than you receive in cash. For Innovate Tech, this isn't about discounts. It might mean truly understanding unspoken needs, maybe sharing some market intel the client couldn't get elsewhere, or designing a solution for a problem they hadn't even fully articulated.
That's a deeper level of value.
It really is. It might even mean walking away from a quick deal today because you see a bigger long-term partnership opportunity. Investing in their success builds incredible loyalty and future sales success. It enriches them, and it enriches you.
And that really ties it all together. The source says, think and act in a certain way. It's not passive. Your whole approach, the sales strategy, the team culture, individual behaviors, everything has to align with that vision. Think it, feel it, speak it, act it. For Innovate Tech, it means every training, every leadership choice, every sales call, even internal emails, they all need to reflect that clear image and that abundance mindset. It's a total commitment to the certain way.
And to hammer this home, the source gives us the final secret. Stick to the process. It's explicit. Consistency beats intensity. Don't waver. Hold the vision. Act with purpose no matter what. This is critical for sustainable growth, not just sporadic spikes. But it also raises a challenge, right? How do leaders ensure it's consistent excellence, not just consistent mediocrity? What metrics, what coaching strategies make sure those daily actions aren't just happening, but are genuinely high value, aligned with that giving more and use value idea? It's about that relentless, methodical pursuit of the vision, always aiming for impact.
Okay, so let's boil this down. What does this all mean for you, the sales leader, the hiring manager, the executive, wanting to boost performance and lock in consistent sales success? We've pulled out 3 core insights from Unlocking the Science of Getting Rich, things Innovate Tech could use, and you can too. First, cultivate a precision vision and abundant mindsets. Seriously, your thought is the starting line. Develop and constantly reinforce a super clear mental image of the success you want, specific targets, ideal clients, team dynamics. This isn't wishful thinking, it's the scientific first step. Make sure everyone knows exactly what you're aiming for and believes there's plenty of opportunity out there.
Second, prioritize value creation over pure competition. Actively build a culture where your team gets that gratitude aligns you with abundance, and they consciously get out of the competitive mindset. Push them to focus intensely on creating amazing value for clients, celebrating team wins, and seeing the market as abundant, not just a zero-sum game against rivals. This shift creates space and deepens relationships.
And third, drive consistent, value-driven execution. Put the certain way into practice by consistently giving more in use value in every single interaction. Combine this with the drive to act now and fully. Emphasize those consistent, excellent daily actions over just occasional big pushes. Remember what the source says. Consistency beats intensity for long-term, predictable sales success and market impact. These principles, yeah, they're from a source about getting rich, but updated, they offer a really powerful framework for achieving unprecedented sales success in your organization. It truly is about aligning thoughts, purpose, gratitude, and actions in that certain way to make growth almost inevitable.
Which leads to a final thought for you, our listener. How might consciously applying these ideas about the certain way, from getting that crystal clear mental image to always giving more in-use value, how might that transform not just your sales numbers, but the actual culture of your sales team and your overall impact on the market? Something to really chew on.
Definitely. And we really encourage you to dig deeper into these ideas. For more insights on building top-tier sales teams and mastering consistent revenue generation, check out the resources and perspectives over at the Sales Experts. They clearly live and breathe these principles for practical use today. You'll find more great content there to help you engineer your own team's sales success. Thanks so much for joining us for this deep dive.